It's Monday, the 22nd of December, 2025. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in the Porsche Mission R Limited Series. And hopefully this is part 2 of a 3-part mini-series. Right, let's get the game on screen. Couple of people in the chat already. We've got Neil Rain on the YouTube side says hi. Hi back. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. And Brian Murphy returns. Says hi also. Welcome along to both of you. Thanks for watching. Okay, so in yesterday's stream, in the limited series, I got up to 43%. Obviously, the M dollar cap has been reset. I'm going to try and see if I can push up to 75%. Might be a big ask. Let's find out. We're just going to get on with racing because we've got more racing after this as well. So that'll be quite exciting. So first up, East Circuit at the Suzuka circuit. Elimination. Let's see how we get on. Oh dear, that noise. I think I might need to turn the sound down. It's too much. Oh, it just whines. Let's just, there we go. Actually, a bit, there we go. Whew, too much. It's a shame because this car is well balanced. Oh. All right. There we go. Nice easy win to start off the day. Carlos Quera enters the chat, says hello Tony. Hello Carlos. Good to see you again. Says I'm very sad that the game is being shut down. I know. But all good things come to an end. Just not yet. We've got a bit of time, bit of fun to be had, bit of gaming to be had, bit of racing to be had. I'm going to make the most of it. Anyway, good to see you again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. Right, so there we go. 45%. Oh, blinking heck. There's an endurance again. It's not helping, is it? Having all these endurances just ups the earnings in terms of M dollars. Oh well. Right, I'm going to do the speed record first. It's at Melbourne. I think I might have to start from behind the start line on this one just to make absolutely certain. Just start from just behind this corner. There we go, that'll do. That'll do. That's all we need. Go. There we go. Easily first. Probably didn't need to do it then. It's always good to make sure. Always good to make sure. There we go. There we go. Pretty quick lap. At least with a car like this. There we go. That's it. Boom. We're getting close to that 50%. Only 5,850 M dollars earned. I kind of like that. I like to earn as little as possible when there's a cap. And you've got a limited series. Right, there we go, 48%. So potentially this is for 50%. I'm going to do the COUPE first. It's six laps around Hockenheimring. I'm not going to do very well here, am I? In terms of not hitting that M dollar cap. Josie enters the chat, says, well. Okay. Well indeed. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and commenting in the chat. Let's get this done. Up. Okay, 4th at the end of lap 1, that's not bad. 5 laps to go, 3 cars to overtake. Let's see if I can make it a bit cleaner though. Oh, the noise. Okay, into second. There we go. Oh dear, I might have just braked a little bit late there. There you go. Maybe back into third. No, still in second. Oh dear. Oh, I'm all over the place here. Back to 4th. It's the night races. I can never get hang of the night races. Okay, there we go. Back into third. 3 laps to go. 2 cars to overtake. There we go. Back into second. That's more like it. Well, there you go. As soon as we hit back markers, they just can't overtake them. Into first. Two laps to go. Look at that. I'm 400 yards ahead already. Unbelievable. Oh. Right, I'm not going to service the car. I'm going to do the endurance with the car needing servicing, because I just need to do the bare minimum so I can maximise the number of races I can do in earnings of 250,000 M dollars. There we go. Final lap. Quick race, to be fair. Each lap's about 45 seconds. There we go. A little bit of a squeal just to add to the atmosphere. Boom. Done. Carlos Guerrero says, I think that was the reason why the 2025 F1 cars didn't come out this year. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't argue with that. Virtual medical Dr. Ayaka says, happy holiday, Mr. Tony. Happy Christmas to you, Ayaka. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thank you for well-wishing in the chat. Carlos Guerrero says, I'm going to miss you guys from the clan. Clan ain't over yet. We just need to find a new home. Working on it. Working on it. And John enters the chat. Waves his big pink hand saying hello. Hello, John. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Right. Is this 50%? There we go. More gold. More M dollars. Oh, dear. Oh, that's going to mess me M dollars up. Oh, I didn't think that one through. And 1,000 VP. Oh, man. Oh. I need to buy a car. Do I need to buy a car? Damn these M dollars. Right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to go to road collection. And I'm just going to have a quick look here. Because there was a series, I believe. No, there wasn't. No. Where was it then? Where was it? Oh, maybe it was in endurance prototypes. There was a car that had an exclusive series. I thought, well, here we go. Is that going to be enough though? How much is drivetrain? Oof. Do you know what? Forget it. Let's just buy another Formula 1 car. So, excuse me, I shall initiate. Oh, hello. Where have we got rewards? We've got some rewards on round 7. Let's select that. I'm just going to initiate the 15%. discount because I want to save me big discounts potentially for buying cars with gold. What choice do I have? Right, okay, so Formula 1, buy cars, Formula 1, all the way to the end. There's a 2 million F1, so we'll go and purchase one of those. Keep going. Oh, there we go. So we've got the Alpine. We've got Racing Bulls. Do we own all the other cars? Looks like we do. Right. Let's do Alpine. Buy. There we go. No. All right, we've removed the 5 million cap now, so I can earn a little bit more without hitting that cap. Blimey. Okay, back to racing. The Monster Crow enters the chat, says, "Hey Tony, hey Monster Crow, welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat." Ozil returns, says, "Hello, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well." I am, sir. I hope you are too. Carlos Guerrero says, "I'm playing a racing game that I'm actually enjoying. It's called Carks Street. See if you like it." I did hear of that. Let me just check if I've got that one on the list. If not, I'll add it to it. Yeah, I did hear of that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'll put it on the list. I'll be honest, my favourite at the moment is looking like Racing Master. But I'll be testing all these out. There we go. It's on the list. The Monster Crow asks, "I wonder why M dollars have a limit." Well, if you look at R dollars, look how much R dollars I've got. Which do you think is worth more, R dollars or M dollars? Obviously, it's M dollars. Why? Because they put a cap on it. That's what I think anyway. So I think it was to get around the problem of people having a silly amount of R dollars. And so by putting a cap on it, it does force the value of the M dollars, I think, to go up in the game. And I think that's the only reason. Carlos Guerrero says, "But none will ever be better or equal to Real Racing 3. That's kind of what I'm picking on, to be fair. Which, again, makes me question why they're cancelling it. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I suppose it does, because it's not about it being the best. It's about, does it make the organisation money? And if it doesn't, and it has a high costs, I guess we're kind of buggered. And Oyaka says, "Yes, Carlos, we've lost the masterpiece mobile racing game." So Eloise says, "Hi, so have you checked Racing Master?" I haven't, but I've been watching quite a few videos going over the best games on mobile devices at the moment, and Racing Master keeps popping up, and the graphics look half decent. So I've asterisked as my favourite, but obviously it doesn't mean I'll do it permanently. But I will check it out, as I will the other ones. To be fair, I might put a couple of streams together, not for a bit, in the new year, where we test each of these games out, and I'll get some of your feedback as well. Ozil says, "Racing Master is so not so good. I did play it today. It only has drift and donut, no races." Oh, well, there you go. That's the problem by listening to people's reviews and graphics. It's not enough to understand gameplay. So thank you for that info, Ozil. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Monster Crow says, "I think EA shut it down because of the license." Yes, absolutely, because of the licenses. I suspect so, the costs specifically. And since due to their costs that are too much, they couldn't pay the licenses. Well, I mean, there's a couple of things here. We all play this game for free. And they've got servers running, that's costing them money. And then they've probably got a monthly cost in terms of licensing. And then obviously they've got the developers to pay as well. It's all cost, cost, cost. And ultimately, a game has to be profitable. You see, again, is it the manufacturers charging too much licensing fee for the cars? And now they've probably lost the best game out there. That probably, other than the McLaren Speedtail, painted each car in a brilliant light. Obviously, there's not a lot you can do with the Speedtail. It's terrible. That's why it's in my shame garage. Just thought I'd bring that up. Did I just service the car? No, it hasn't actually run out of durability. Okay, let's do endurance. Now, the question today then is, can we get to 75% without hitting today's M dollar cap? And one of the strategies that's going to help me do that is when I get to first place for endurance, I'm not going to complete any more laps and therefore score any more M dollars other than what I need to win the race. That's the plan. So no endless endurance for me today. Now I reckon I can get first with over 2 laps under 3, I suspect. So I think it's about 2.5 miles per lap. Well, it isn't, but it is at least over 2 miles. .25. So again, when it's like this, the other thing you've got to bear in mind is you don't want to be going off track, because you want all the track to count as miles scored. Right, 3 miles completed. Into 5th place. Four miles completed. We should be alright. So I think I can get to first place on the 3rd lap, but not requiring to complete the 3rd lap. There's 4th, 4.8 miles. So I don't think I need to overtake anyone anymore, that's for sure. I believe the deed is done already. Five and a half miles. There we go, just coming up on to 3rd. Yeah, endurances are really easy in limited series. Can we crawl there? There we go. Here we go. First place, tier whatever it was, completed. 23,445 dollars earned though. So I've only got 175,000 left. That's not good. Bearing in mind that I am on so completed tier 8. I'm at 52% on to tier 9. Now in an $R limited series, I would have done tier 9 on day 1. Never mind. Hello, here we go. Ozil. He says, in businesses, every problem is an opportunity for something new. So if some game developing company sees that Real Racing 3 is ending, they would probably develop a game similar or better than Real Racing 3. We don't know. Possibility. You are correct. Whenever there is a gap, a void, something has to fill it. For example, we, right now, are looking for a game. But 100% a great game will come in a few years or maybe next year about racing. Well, let's hope so. The Monster Crow sadly it will be a bad Christmas. Well, it might not be. You never know. The Monster Crow says due to Real Racing 3 shutting down. Well, you know. And Leper Messiah 2 enters the chat. Says Merry. Is that Christmas in a different language? If it is, Merry Christmas to you. Welcome along. Thank you for watching. Thank you for wishing us all well in the chat. Right, tier 9. Tier 9. What I'm going to do first. Oh, good grief. It's a head-to-head. Oh, hang on. I think I've just messed up there. Pause. Quit. It's a head-to-head, but it is at a Formula E track. And the reason why I quit is I forgot to service the car. Oh. And obviously I've run out of free servicing, which isn't a problem because my intention was to use $M for instant servicing. There we go. You can do that in a stream. If I was on my own, just playing the game, I probably wouldn't do that. But in a stream, don't want you guys waiting 3 hours for the car to be ready again. That would be silly. Monster Crow says, Tony, I am at $759,000, so it's not that close, but I am keeping up till I can get the WEC Ferrari. Now, the WEC Ferrari, I'm confused what that is. Are you on about this? Or are you on about Formula 1? Are you on about this Ferrari? The LMP, the 499p to be precise, or are you on about getting a Formula 1 Ferrari? Are the cords, is that what it's called? Let's have a look. Or is it called something completely different in your game to the 2023 one? Ah, right, so it is F1, but 2023. There we go. Ah, I see. So you called it WEC. Interesting. Okay, there we go. Right. I'm losing my thread a bit here. Let's go back into the Season 5 Championship and into the Limited Series. And let's attempt to do the head-to-head around Formula E. Oh, yeah, Monster Crow says, yeah, I am on the 499p. Okay, cool. Right, now I understand. Yeah, good card. Do you know what? I am thinking of getting that as well. Because the other thing I realise I have to do, I have to make this entertaining. So I think entertainment comes in the form of variety of different cars raced. So why would I not want to race the Ferrari 499p. Now, the Ferraris as well typically don't get discounts, even if the game was going forward. The only problem is, it is expensive. But it does open up, for me, an exclusive series. So that's why I'm thinking of doing it. But, I mean, look at that. That's going to cost me, I mean, it's 5. It's going to cost me over 600 gold. Man, you can play it very easily, can't you? Whew. Anyway, we'll come back to that one another day. I'm going to be spending quite a bit of gold today as well, just so you know. Man, there's so much to this game. Right, let's do the head-to-head. Let's get on. Race to Win enters the chat and says, the final event. Indeed, sir, indeed. Ozil is still on one, bless. He says, based on a game, you simply haven't understood life as a whole outcome of the bubble. There is more to life than a game. Indeed, there is. Well, obviously. But the idea is games give us an idea of aspects. So, you know, for example, the obvious one is chess. Teaches you strategy. Racing teaches you speed and agility. Boxing teaches you how to get punched in the face. At least when I did it, that's that was the lesson. Not that I did it, because I got punched in the face. But so you see what I mean? It's not one game. It's a selection of games, of challenges. And then you take what you've learned in practice out into the real world. Please don't go racing in real life, though. Unless, of course, it's, you know, not on the normal road. It's on a proper racetrack. In which case, fill your boots, but be careful. There we go. First place. Nice and easy. Carlos Guerrero says, my power went out. I'll have to come back later when the Wi-Fi is back. Bye, Tony. See you later. Okay. Thanks for watching, Carlos. Always good to see you in the chat. Thank you very much. The Monster Crow says, World Endurance Championship stands for WEC. Oh, okay. You guys, though, a lot of you guys are really big on the endurance stuff. Yeah, so that's fair enough. The Monster Crow says, it costs a lot, that car, I know. I know it costs a lot for the 499p. It's close to 3 million M dollars. Blimey. Yeah, I mean, fortunately, I've already got it. I've only got to apply 5 upgrades, and that's going to cost me over 600 gold. Crazy. John says they need a game that makes it difficult for... I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't understand that. Sorry, John. Sorry. Masolat Racing says, I am developing mobile racing games and will not shut them down. Hang on a minute. Isn't that one of the games I'm looking at? Oh, no. Okay. Very good. Very good, Masolat Racing. You complete your games and you let us know what it is and we'll test it out for you. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Monster Crow says the Ferrari 499p will be my last car that I will grind, but I will grind on it. Well, okay. I hope you don't mean literally. That would just be rude. Oh dear, you guys, you're so funny. And then that's it. Yeah. Right, hang on a minute, Ozil. Oh, hold on, Ozil. Right, so yesterday he deleted the game. Today he's put, I drove the MP4X, by the way. Never drove any car more crazier than that in this game. See, there you go. He's still getting enjoyment out of the game. That's what it's all about. Bit of fun, having a bit of fun, and learning how to control your speed. And yeah, that car is crazy. I believe it's a concept. I'm not entirely sure they actually built that car. But I could be wrong on that, as I am on many things in life. And in the game, for that matter. Okay. Speed snap, come on. There we go, I've already done it. I've already done it. Look at that, easy. Boom. Ayaka's put, I hope that Gameloft by Real Racing 3. Don't want a lost masterpiece mobile racing game. Yeah, well, you know. What will be, will be. Oh, and Monster Crow says Gameloft did the same with some games like GT Racing 2, and I'm told that's a bit of an iconic game. I've got that in my notes. See, I do listen to you. I do listen to you. Ozil says, Tony, if game stays offline like you can play offline, but what's the point for other players? The most gold you earn from is events, time trial online, and multiplayer. If they won't give it, so basically, if I spend 200 on a car, I will earn like 30 to 40. How will I survive? Well, well, you won't. I mean, let's be honest. Come March the 18th, it's dead. And I do think that's probably when they say it will be. They didn't actually say you couldn't play it. They said it was unplayable. So what I think they mean by that is in an offline mode you can go into the game, but again in fact I've got the they said something about currency in the game will be unusable. So that means you can't buy any cars, you can't apply any upgrades. All that you can do is race for nostalgia's sake. That's what I think they mean by that. So I think literally the game as it is, which is it's not just about racecraft. There is an element of strategy to it in terms of what cars you decide to go for and which upgrades you apply to a car. All of that will disappear. Anthony W says the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo, in my opinion, is the craziest car in my collection. That is a crazy car. It's a crazy car, though, not just from the point of view of how good it is. It's a crazy car from the point of view it is the most expensive car in the game to fully upgrade. So unfortunately, I do own that car, but I won't be able to spend that amount of money to fully upgrade and therefore open up its exclusive series. Doing a lot of talking this evening. So Ozil says, in regards to yesterday, I was furious and took an impulsive decision. Today I just installed it, but won't play like I used to, only when I feel like playing. Okay, that's fair enough. Leper Messiah 2 says, I bought Grid now on recommendation from AI. Oof, be careful of that AI. It tells lies like the rest of us. I like it very much, and I believe the new version has online gaming. Okay, well, that's interesting. I didn't realise you had to buy it, though. I'm not sure I like the idea of partying. I mean, in the game, I don't like spending money. Can you imagine doing that in real life? No. Don't want any of that. Whew. I'll get nosebleeds and everything. Okay, so 3 laps around Nürburgring. I had to think then what it was. I had to look it up. Couldn't remember. Can we get first place? I'm sure we can. Normally, on a good day, I can be in first by the 5th corner. Unfortunately, today's not a good day. Although it's not bad. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Into first place. Now that track you can always do it on. It's a bit weird how some of the tracks you can get from last to first place as quickly as this. And then others take laps before you get into first place. I guess if this was a real race, all the drivers would complain about my aggressive nature on this track. And again, if it was a proper race, we'd probably have qualifying and I'd be first. Anyway, so I wouldn't have any overtaking to do, so... Anyway, there we go. Lap 1 completed, into first place. 2 more laps to go. It does make the racing a little bit boring. But fortunately, it's an interesting track. And it's at night. Now, I'm not just doing racing this evening in this limited series. I've actually got a number of cars lined up for racing. It's at least 5. It might even be 6. So after this, after the main event, there's still plenty of additional racing to be done. Unfortunately, that does involve spending gold. Okay, final lap. Apparently I'm 800 yards ahead of second. Mice or men, well behind. Then again, I do have this car fully upgraded. So for me, this is all just free gold for me to then spend. I mean, technically it's not free. I do have to earn it from the point of view of winning the races. But you get what I mean. There we go, first place pretty easily. Boom. Let's have a look. So Aloe says, in my opinion, we'll never see a realistic and affordable mobile racing game like Real Racing 3 because costs will keep going higher. I wouldn't necessarily argue with that. Ozil says, so the one who completed most, if the game will enjoy, so the one who completed the most, if the game in the game will enjoy, because the one who didn't unlock all races and cars can't do anything. I get the point you're trying to make there. Yep, 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 yep. Understand your frustration. Anthony W says insanely expensive is the Porsche 919 Evo. I got lucky with a sale. Yeah, but even if it was 50%, it's still crazy amount of money. That's what I'm hoping for. And I know it won't happen. A 99% discount over Christmas on all cars. Not going to happen. The Monster Crow says when GT Racing 2 shut down, it was still accessible, but you couldn't do multiplayer, but you could still use currencies. And that's fine, but this is what they've put in the release notes for the final lap. It says you can use any remaining in-game currencies until March the 19th, 2026. So I do think they're going down a different angle, basically. Now, it specifically says in-game currencies. So, in other words, what I have in M dollars, R dollars, and gold can't be used after that date. I mean, let's be honest, R dollars can't be used anyway. So it's it's the. I mean, can you imagine if 761 million R dollars, and it's worth a penny at best. Oh well. The Monster Crow says, so maybe it wouldn't be the same. No, I don't think it will be. I do think my train of thought on this now is I think at best all you're going to get is the game open up and you can race cars. In fact, do you know what? Oh no, I'm just thinking this through. Right, what is it you need to service a car? Well, you need some R dollars, don't you? Or you need some N dollars. And in-game currency is pointless after March the 19th. So you can't even service cars. That's what they mean. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it's dead after the 19th, as it stands at this moment in time. Ozil says, if this was real, only Max Verstappen could have done that, what you just did there. Yeah, true. True. Well, hang on, whoa. He's saying I'm not quite as good as Max Verstappen. Blimey. The hits, they just keep on coming. They just keep on coming. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A lot of Goose enters the chat. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thanks for watching. Says, will the streams continue for a while, Tony? Well, the plan is I'll stream up until the game closes down. And what I've done is I've set myself a target of trying to get road collection from 88% to 100% in 3 months. Spoiler alert, that won't happen. If I was playing the game as I am now, with that sort of rate, I reckon I could get up to 91%. And I do think I can get the road collection up to 91%. Maybe if I'm a bit more aggressive, I could potentially get it up to 95%, but I don't think there's any way I can get it up to 100%. But again, the other thing I'll be doing is just showcasing all the different cars in the game. And then you'll understand what a big waste it is. But you can also then probably also understand the amount of cost associated for licensing 330 cars just in the road collection side, never mind motorsports. So Ozil says, so you are spending gold right after this limited series? Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Say about 1,000-ish. Ozil says 99% discount, bro. I have 200 gold. I can get like 10 cars and max it out. All exclusive series. Uh, yeah, you don't stand a chance. No, probably not. But you know, it's wishful thinking. Ozil says you always need someone to keep you grounded. I am that person here. Yeah, thanks, Ozil. You spoil all our fun. Now, you see, I've lost where I'm. What am I going? Right. Go back into Season 5 Championship. The Porsche mission are limited series. We're on to Tier 10. What am I doing? How much durability do I have left? All right. So I reckon I can do the speed record, elimination, and the cup. Okay. I think I'm just going to miss out on getting to 75%, which is a shame. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Apparently, we've been racing for 52 minutes, or is it a case we've been racing for 12 minutes and I've been yapping for 40 of them? Possibility. Possibility. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I moved my view of what's going on my stream off screen. Let me get that back on screen. Oh, hello. Oof. I was a bit worried there. I'd killed the stream, but no, we're all good. We're all good. We're still here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. First again. Boom. That was easy. So, Doc Thomas asks, is the game still getting update missions? As far as I know, no. This will be the last event. I don't see how they can do any further updates. They've removed it from the App Store. So, yeah, that's it. Whatever was hidden in release 4.0.1 will be all that is in this release, and it will last all the way till March. So yeah, there you go. Ozil says give them a lead in the cup. I might do. Doc Thomas says electric car. Yes, beautiful circuit de Catalunya. Yeah, and that car was well suited to it. There we are. Blew that out of the water. Now, I'm going to do elimination, and then we'll do the cup. I do believe I can do it without needing the car serviced. Both of these races. And that will take me, by the looks of it, up to 65%. Not far away from 75%. But am I going to run out of M dollars before I can get to 75%? Oh, I am winning these very easily all of a sudden. It's like I'm a man on a mission. Like these guys go I'll overtake him again. I might be wrong, but I think I've got the beatings of this guy. There we go, back into first. Definitely got a podium. Worst I can finish now is second place. I want to finish in first. There we go. First, boom. Ozil says, if you could get any car from this game for free for your whole life with zero maintenance required, which one will you buy? Are you talking about in real life or just in the game? It probably, as my favourite, I mean, I already own it, but as my favourite car is the Rimac Nevera, it would be that car. I think. Although it probably would be quite cool having a Formula 1 car. Although you wouldn't be able to drive it anywhere. Except in the game, of course. Anyway, there we go. We have some durability left after doing the elimination. So, what do we reckon? 5 laps. Let's give it 30 seconds. Let's give it 30 seconds. So 30-second lead. Can we get first? 5 laps, man. Already. I've got no chance of getting to 75%. That's so disappointing. Yeah, I'll show you a look around the car. Can we go up? No. Can we go down? No. Oh, we can turn it around though. Are we ready? Not going yet. Not going yet. Ozil says real life, of course. Oof. Oof. To be fair, I was a bit early then. I'll slow down a sec. There you go. That'll do. Real life. Yeah, it might have to be one of the Koenigseggs then. Well, actually, no. Do you know what? I have seen the Rimac Nevera, and it looks absolutely stunning in real life. For those that don't know, I'm a little bit of a roller coaster enthusiast as well. And one of the theme parks in Germany, called Europa Park, installed a new ride last year called Voltron. And it's sponsored by Rimac, and out the front is a Rimac Nevera in a glass room. But you can see it, look behind it, look across it, look through it, and yeah, it's stunning. But yeah, it runs out of juice every 10 miles apparently. That's not true. I think its range is something like 700 miles, which is pretty decent. Right, so I'm in last place. I don't know why I agreed to do this for Rosal. No idea. I'm still in last place. Okay. 21st. 20th. That's not the best of starts. Right, I'm also going to try and do this by not cheating or cutting corners. I was going to say I'll try and do it without hitting anyone, but yeah, that one's gone out the window already. Okay, so lap 1, 18th place, 4 laps to go, 17 cars to overtake, which is 4 per lap-ish. But I really could do with laps 2 and 3, where I'm overtaking 5 or 6 cars per lap. Okay, that's not too bad. That's 4 cars already on this lap. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. Alright, that's alright. If I do that in 2 more laps, I'll be happy with that. Might even get 8 cars this lap. Of course, then again, I might crash into the barrier. Alright, end of lap 2. We're 10th. We've got 9 cars to overtake. And that's 1. No, it isn't. Okay. Let's see if we can get another 6 cars overtaken on this lap. They do seem, though, to have spread out quite considerably. Okay, that's 2. That's 3. 1 more. That's 4. And now there are no cars to be seen. Oh, 2 there, 2 there. Okay, 5th. Let's call it 4th. So we've got 3 cars to overtake in 2 laps. Let's go. Outside chance, I think, of getting first. Hey, a little bit crazy there. Oh, I tell you what, they're all in close proximity though. So if I can catch third, I can get second and first, I reckon, as well. Come on. Oh, not with driving like that though. So you could look at it this way. I've actually not overtaken any cars this lap. There we go. There we go. Into second place. One lap to go. One car to overtake. There we go. That is with a 30-second lead. And look at that, back markers are being caught. Whee! A little bit of a skid there. Now then, what do we reckon? I reckon this is going to unfortunately earn me around about 50,000 M dollars, which is a bit of a problem. Oh. I was going to hit the wall, so I evacuated to the grass. There we go, first place. Okay, that keeps us on track, but the problem is, I see, look at that, 65,300 M dollars. There's no way I'm going to even get to 75%. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ozil says, yeah, the Rimac, few years, nobody knew a car like that existed. Came broke all the Regera and Bugatti world records and ate the market share. Dot Thomas says, laugh out loud, you are giving them a handicap. I try. Safik Ulslam says, good sir. F1 play next. Not this evening, sir, because it's M dollars and I'm going to have capped out my M dollar earnings by just doing this. Right, I'm not going to service the car just in case there's an endurance next. But it's a bit disappointing that I'm not going to get to... Oh, you see, look at that, another endurance. Unbelievable. But I am going to be close. I'm going to be at 70%. I think. Right, let's do the endurance first. Let's do the endurance first. 6.2 we need to get. We'll just put it on pause for a moment. Let's have a look at the chat. Ozil says, it's so much fun to watch and must be so much fun to drive. Too right for you. Yeah, to be fair, it is fun, but it's frustrating if I then get second. I probably wouldn't be that bothered if it wasn't for the M dollar cap. It is that makes me frustrated, I think. Yeah, so it's just trying to calculate a time that's engaging enough for the audience, but is enough for me to easily get first. That's easier said than done. Now here's the thing, I'm going to have to get quite a few laps to get to 6.2 I think it was, so already that feels like it's going to cost me quite a few $M. Okay. So I believe I've got to do at least 3 laps and I'll be able to hit the 6.2 miles target or the 6.3 mile target on lap 4. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be right at the end of the 4th lap. So I've got 2 miles to go. "60 seconds left on the clock." Fourth place. I think I'm going to do this pretty easily. I'm going to stay behind this car, just let the clock tick down. Normally people are looking to maximise their earnings. This is the first time you'll see somebody trying to minimise their earnings from a win. I do feel capping is a little bit like being taxed. You just don't want it. There we go. That's it. First place. There we go. Boom. Guru Mo enters the chat and says, man, the graphics on morning in real racing is so beautiful. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting in the chat. So Dot Thomas says, I loved playing the F1 races as well. They are faster than the other series in Real Racing 3. Unfortunately, they were tied to $M. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you can see why they had to do something. Just look at my R dollars. 761 million. It's just silly. It's just silly. I wish I could cash that out. Can I cash it out? I'd be happy to cash it out for 8 every odd dollar for like 10 pence. I'd take that. I think that's a fair deal. Not a problem. I'd be losing out, but I think I can live off that. Right, okay, so we haven't got long left in this limited series this evening. We've got 29. Now I reckon I'll probably... Oh, Monza's only 2 laps. Oh. 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 Oh, man. Oh. I was not expecting that. Right, okay. A little bit of hope there. A little bit of hope. Let's service the car using M dollars. Let's do the autocross first, and yeah, we'll do the Monza. I'm not going to do a head start. I don't think. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to win, and hopefully there'll be some M dollars still to earn. But I guess I need to get my foot down and win this. Kind of went over the corner there. Whoops. There we go. I'm getting into driving this car. I'm quite enjoying it. As I said, other than the sound is just horrendous. It's so annoying. There we go. 4,750 M dollars. Now I reckon it's about 11,000 per lap at Monza. Or is it 9,000? It's one or the other. So we might be lucky. We might be lucky. Oh, do you know what? I'm tempted just to push it up to 75%. I really am. Especially if we've got 2 short races. Why not, eh? Why not? Ozil says you can do 75% if there are speed snap or speed record. Yeah, I think I might just do it anyway. Get it up to 75%. Up, 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 up. Yes, I know I'm cheating. Let's just get this one done. It would be good to get to 75% on part 2 of this limited series event. Look how much faster this car is. Beautiful. Smashing it out the park, and it's all free gold as well. But even if you didn't own this car, you'd still be up if you attempted to win it. 500 and... I mean, it's either 34 or 43, I can't remember which, gold. And you're going to earn 800 gold back. For me, I already own the car, it's already fully upgraded. It's 800 gold earned, no cost. Oh, there you go. Whoa, hey. Get back on track. All right. There we go. First place. Pretty straightforward. There we go. 20,100. We've got a little bit of $M left. So I am going to break my own rules, I think. I will do 2 more races just to get this over 75%. I won't do the Cup. That'll be the first race tomorrow. Oh, look at that. Speed record and speed snap. Let's do speed snap first. 139 miles per hour. Even if I do top out the $M, I will do the speed record as well. Oh, I've messed that up. Have I? No. No, I haven't. There we go. That was easy. Technically, I've got a little bit left, so I'm not technically breaking my own rules. You lot will believe anything, won't you? Bless. Ooh, now then, do I do Mount Panorama? Let's give Mount Panorama a go, because you know what? If this takes it to 75%, that'll do. I might be making a mistake here. I'm going to give it 6 seconds head start, not 10. There we go. 1 lap. Let's see if we can get first. Not a good start. No, I think I didn't get first yesterday because I hit one of the cars. So let me see if I can avoid hitting any of the cars today. Oops. That'll be a no. And again. Blimey, good. Hey, look at that. I don't think I'm any better off though than yesterday, and I'm probably not even going to win it. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not going to win it again. I'm going to get second again. No, only got third. I think we'll try that again. We'll try that again, and we'll just go for it. We'll just go for it. We just need to get to 75% so we can forego earnings. Seems like it's the 3rd time we're doing this. Obviously, I'll win it quite easily now. There we go. So the only question is, will this take the series to 75%? It's worth sacrificing a little bit of $M for the gold that's on offer. Hey, that was slick. That was crazy, in fact. That's better. Here we go. First place. Ozil says coping mechanism right there. Exactly. Exactly. It's not so much rules, more a guideline. Ayaka says the last two cups, too many laps, both over five laps. Oh dear, that's not good. Right, here's the question. Have we got to 75%? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. So 80 gold there. And I believe there might be some gold in the VP rewards. 100,000 M dollars earned. Look at that, we're already on our way back up to 5 million. Right, we'll end it there then for that particular series. More racing to come this evening. We'll service the car, ready for tomorrow. Let's now take a look at what rewards we can collect. I'm not collecting the M dollar ones. There we go, look at that. 75 gold. R dollars. More R dollars. Blimey. And look, we were almost close to getting another 100 gold. It does mean, this is the crazy bit. Tomorrow, if I complete the series, which the plan is to do that, I get 100 gold there. $100 gold there, that's 200. 150, that's 350. 450. 575 gold in tomorrow's stream. Okay, right. So we've been racing a long time, an hour and a half. I've obviously made a bit of a mess at certain points, and I've rabbited on a bit. But we've got at least an hour's worth of racing still to go. So first up, if we go to road collection and into the master section, we should have, there we go, the tuned Nissan Perfection, currently at 99%. The intention is to take this to 100%, so I need to get first in the Silverstone cut. Fiddy Speedy says, please don't shut down Real Racing 3. Make it offline. No need to hold an event or add new cars. Just use already have one now. Just play a buy or unlock existing cars. I think you're asking the wrong person. I actually have no influence on this. So, your please is noted. Unfortunately, I can't influence in any way, shape or form. But thank you for watching and commenting in the chat. Garumo asks, what's your favourite car in the game? The Rimac Nevera. Easy one, that one. And just before you ask, my favourite track is Sebring. I love that track. It's awesome. Right, okay. Let's do Silverstone. It's the Bridge Grand Prix circuit. I got second yesterday. I need to get this series up to 100%. So I need to get first place. Now, if memory serves me right, this car can skid a bit. So I've got to be a little bit careful around the corners. There you go. There's an example. Now that we've got the electric car back in the garage, let's turn the volume up to hear some grunt, some muscle, and some proper skidding rather than screeching. Look at this, they're 3 abreast, and I'm joining that battle into 8th, that's okay. Blimey, they're all here, whey, get out of my way. into 6. That's only halfway round the first lap. Oh, there we go. Into 4. As I said, this car is not the grippiest. Okay, so lap 2. It's, in fairness, I just need to overtake 1 car per lap going forward for first place. It would be good though if I could maybe get into second place, giving me 2 laps to overtake the final car. I seem to remember that's where I was yesterday though, so... Oh, there we go. We got him. We got him. We got him. There you go. Second place. Just a case of getting on the tail now first. I'm not at this stage bothered about overtaking him, just closing that gap. Oh dear. And all I've done is managed to stretch that lead for first place. That's not good. Right, let's see if we can close that gap here. Okay. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. Try dangerous manoeuvre. There we go. Does it stick? There we go. Into first place. That'll be good. Getting this done. Now, I don't think this car has an exclusive series, if memory serves me correct. We'll have a look after the racing. Right, 1 more lap to go, 100 yards ahead of second. Oh dear. There we go, that is as good as first place. Final corner. A little bit of a skid because of this car, not because of me. There we go. Doc Thomas says that was a through goes Hamilton moment. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. All right, there we go. That is first place. Oh, apparently I must have had an engineer on there. Didn't realise. 24 gold, more gold earned this evening. Nothing spent yet. That might change very shortly. So just to confirm, that's the tuned Nissan Perfection taken up to the 100% mark, completed series, with the Nissan GTR NISMO brackets R35. Don't need to use that car again. It hasn't got an exclusive series mark. That's the end of that car. But that's another series taken to 100%. Next on the list, the Nissan R3 Spec Showcase. Now here's a little bit of a problem because again this is another car that hasn't got an exclusive series, so it's use it once. No other car is anywhere near that PR. But I do need to apply some upgrades. I did make a note of what upgrades I needed to apply. So I put down here, obviously I'm at 58.1, I need to add 1.6. So I've put drivetrain because it's got 0.8 to add, and that's costing 70 gold. And then suspension, there we go, 59.7, only costing 60 gold. So I won't be applying any more upgrades, not applying body, brakes or tyres and wheels. It's now ready to race in the Circuit of the Americas. So this is the Nissan R3 Spec Showcase. There are 3 cars in this series. I'm using the top car, which is the Nissan 370 brackets Z34 brackets R3 Spec. Now let's take this car for a spin. Fiddy Speedy says we will miss Real Racing 3 after March 2026. Indeed, sir, indeed. Oh, this is a slower car. I want to get round the outside. There we go. Take the first corner at Circuit America's, always on the outside I do, just to stay out of trouble and hopefully gain quite a few places. This is another car that's a little bit slippy under wheel. Oh, but it is the shorter track, it's not the full Grand Prix circuit. Okay. All the way along, trying to stay out of trouble. I feel like I'm on the wrong... I need to start being on the inside for some of these corners. There you go, that's better. Because now I'm on the outside. Okay, up into 10th. There we go. 9th, I reckon I can get 8th. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, there we go, into 8th. Okay, so 4 laps to go, 7 cars to overtake. Right, lap 2. There we go, 1 car, possibly 2. That'll do for this lap. Let's just close up on 5th. might even overtake him. There we go. This is a good lap for me. This is quite a fun car. If I take the lead in plenty of time, we'll have a look inside. Again, I suspect it's quite basic inside. There we go. I think I'm going to get 4th. Alright, so 4th place. 3 cars to overtake. 3 laps to do it in. 1 car per lap. There you go, quick look inside. I'll do that again. That was a bit rubbish. It felt a bit rushed. Okay. There we go. Into 3rd on the podium. You also see, like, quite often the older cars, you can't just go from 22nd to 1st in 5 corners. You do have to use the majority of the laps to get to 1st place. There we go. Oh, I got a right slingshot around that corner. So on lap 4, I believe I'm going to take 1st place. There we go. Sometimes these cars with lower PR, they're a little bit easier to control, and if you do make a mistake, it's sometimes a little bit easier to correct that mistake, because the cars are going a bit slower. This has been a fun drive. I've enjoyed this car. Right, let's have a look inside. There you go. Again, quite basic inside. Well, there we go. That is lap 4 completed. 1st place. 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap to go. There we go. Exciting. Another car completed. Okay, service the car. That's car is done with, probably for today and forever. Another series completed. 27 gold. There we go. So that's 2 cars down. I've got a total of another 4 cars to race in. Let's have a look at the chat. Ozil's put, whoever just typed an essay about what the devs could have done better. These devs didn't even give my sunset reward of 1,000 gold, the Rimac Nevera, or the Audi e-tron. So no expectations from me. George Jacob enters the chat. Welcome along. Says the devs could have done so much more than just giving 1,000 gold and 3 cars. I think you're just winding Ozil up the wrong way. For example, like converting all gold car and upgrade prices into our dollars. So let me explain. Well, to be fair, I don't know why they didn't do it, but let me explain. If you had completed the game, got the game to 100%, and then you find out everybody else had got the game up to 100% because in the Twilight weeks, they literally removed all barriers to completing the game. I don't think you'd be happy. I'm not saying that's why they did do it, but I'm just giving you a different perspective. Everyone will always look at it from their own perspective and say, that should have happened because it's unfair on me, as opposed to looking at everybody that played it and people played it for different reasons. So, for example, I know certain people in the chat, they might not be in the chat at the moment, who only played it for the events and the online multiplayer tournament and the weekly time trial. Some of them regularly got into Group A. That's gone. All that's gone. It's dead. So if you were one of those players and you invested a lot of time in terms of getting those real top speeds, you can't do it anymore. So, as I said, lots of people play this game for very different reasons. I never played it to be Group A material. I played it because I wanted to get to 100% completion. Don't think I'm going to get there, and that's fine. As I said, I'll accept the fact they're shutting the game down. They haven't explained why. I can hypothesize that it is all to do with cost, and that's fine also. If costs are more than revenue from the game, you've got to understand why they're having to shut it down. It's costing them money. And I understand you're not going to like it. I don't like it. I would prefer them to keep it open, but obviously it's not viable. So my advice, and it's the only advice I've got, is just enjoy it while it's here, because it's not going to be here for long. It's going to be here for 3 months. So just, if you enjoy racing in it, race in it. They've given you 2 new cars potentially. Race those cars. You've got 1,000 gold. Spend that gold. You've also got 2 Twilight events that, if you already own the cars, are going to earn you a shed load of gold. And if you don't earn the cars, it's not going to cost you any gold overall. So that's what I would just do. Enjoy racing in the game. Garumo says, it's EA. What do you expect from them? Nothing, to be fair. Absolutely nothing. George Jacob says, oh, right, yeah. He says, that's unfortunate to Ozil. Yeah, unfortunately, some people have fallen foul on that. Ozil's not the only one. I did have a look, because everyone says raise a ticket, and there is a support function, but there doesn't seem to be an option to raise ticket. So it's a bit naff, really. It's a bit naff. Yeah. So it's a bit disappointing, that is. So I don't know how he's going to get it fixed. Yeah. Right. Okay. So back into that series. That series is completed. We've got that up to 100%. what have I got next? So, I think that is completed. Master, there we go. We've got Master up to 100%. On to Elite. Now, I think I have to be a bit careful here, so let me just have a look. I'm going to do my best not to spend money if I don't need to tonight. Right, okay. So we've got, first on the list, Supercar Revelations. It's at 95%. It's another series that has 3 cars in it. It's got the McLaren 570 GT, the Ferrari J50, and the McLaren 600 LT. None of these cars have exclusive series. And you can see there, I'm a little bit behind getting to the minimum PR. 69.4, and I need to take it up to 71.1. So, where am I spending my gold? Not there, that's quite expensive. But I've done the math, so I believe body at 80 gold. Look at all this gold I'm spending. Suspension at 95 gold. And exhaust at 95 gold. There we go. Delivers the PR that I require, enabling me to race again in... Oh, actually, we've got 2 races for this one. So it's probably I won't earn the 28 gold that's available. Still got over 4,000 gold, so that's okay. That's okay. So Doc Thomas says, if EA can shut down a game on the App Store with over 1 billion downloads, then I don't know what money they wanted. Well, it depends what a download is. Is that from an individual, or is it like, for example, Ozil said he downloaded it 50 times yesterday? Do you see what I mean? But ultimately, if you don't... Ultimately, it's about the revenue they get back. So did they spend money as if they were earning revenue from 1 billion downloads and therefore 1 billion players? That might hurt. As I said, for me, this all comes down to cost. And they've gone, it's too expensive to keep it going. We're shutting it down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what else can be done. But Doc Thomas goes on to say, after 1 billion downloads, then I don't know what money they wanted. Well, because they're not technically getting any money from downloads. That was the point I was going to make. They'll only be getting money if either A, in the game you spent some hard cash, which I would imagine you didn't. I didn't. B, the amount of revenue they got from ads. That could have been a source of income. And what was C? No, it's only. I think you've only got A and B, because it is they're the only 2 ways you can get revenue from this game in terms of EA. One is as a player, I spend money in the game, or 2, they get revenue from advertisers wanting to play adverts within the game. They're the only 2 reasons, I believe. So clearly, the revenue from those 2 inputs were less than the cost of the game, unfortunately. Again, I'm hypothesizing. They've not actually said this. We don't know. We can only assume that's the reason. George Jacob says, hello, glad to be here. Apologise if my English is not good. It's not my first language. That's not a problem, sir. Don't worry at all. I'm grateful that you're making the effort. It's very much appreciated. I would be very happy if everyone could reach 100%, but as you say, it is what it is. I'll go as far as I can. Indeed, that's the attitude, in my humble opinion. That's the attitude. Right, let's do... Oh, it's only 2 laps. So the first race at the Grand Prix circuit at Suzuka is 2 laps. And I'm using the McLaren 600 LT. Now, I'm a little bit worried because it's an LT. Now it's a long tail, not a speed tail, so maybe it won't be quite as slippy as the speed tail. Okay. Alright, this looks funky. I'm just a bit worried it doesn't grip. Oh, see, there you go. No grip. Stay at the outside. Into 13. Staying out of trouble. Into 7. Oh. Yeah, again, it's another car that's not brilliant on grip. Okay, into 4th place. Still on lap 1. Second lap to do as well. On the podium. Push. See if I can get him on the inside. There you go. Right, into 2nd place, final lap. Yeah, sliding all over the place. There we go, into 1st. Let's bring this home. Now, it doesn't bring home 100% completion. It does take us a step closer. And it's another car to be raced in Real Racing 3. So many cars. There we go, 1st place. Now, this car might have a little bit of durability left, so there might be a 2nd race with this car, fingers crossed. Let's have a look. Yes, indeed. All right. So we've been racing 2 hours now. We're going to do another 30 minutes. Let's take let's give it a go at Tier 19, the Cup, the Grand Prix circuit at Hockenheimring. Again, it's 2 laps. Minimum PR 71.1. I've got 71.2. Let's at least earn a small amount of the 260 gold I've just spent on this car. Yeah, the return rate typically is just over 10%, which is a bit disappointing really. Oh dear. They weren't moving out of the way. I had nowhere to go there. Around the outside into 6th place. Got a bit of work to do if I'm going to get first. There we go. At least I can see all the cars in front. Alright, into 2nd place. 1 lap to go. Just 1 car left to overtake. Oh, slingshotting around that corner. Go on. There you go. Alright, into 1st. Now I wasn't turning under braking there because I wasn't braking. Alright, so we're getting a bit of success this evening, getting plenty of wins in. It does mean I'm going to have to find some more cars to race tomorrow. Didn't think that through. Okay, there we go. That is another series taken to 100%. Service the car. It's not free and it's not instant. But it's another car we'll never see again because that's all the series it's in, I believe. But another series taken to 100%. So George Jacob says the cars were one of the things that pulled me into Real Racing 3. I always thought of it as the Gran Turismo for mobile racing. I think a lot of people have said that. I even made a document of how I would have given it a proper career, economy, upgrades, etc. One of the biggest complaints that people had was that there were no casual racing. That was a frustration a lot of people had. George Jacob goes on to say, but I got no support from the community. Well, I mean, you wouldn't have got no support from EA, so never mind. Right, okay, there we go. So, Supercar Revelations completed. Next up is the Nissan GTR R35 R3 Spec World Series. Now, this car and this series does indeed have an exclusive series. Do I really want to be upgrading all of this now, though? 140, 165, no. 125, 150. Now, what do I need to complete this series? 84.7. So I'm just going to do enough for 84.7 at this moment in time. I will be coming back to this car. I like this car. I'm going to open up its exclusive series, just not tonight, because I'm getting the shakes spending all this gold. And I think that's the cheapest. 140, 165, 150. Yeah, it's the cheapest. There we go. I'm only doing it so that I can compete in the Cup. I think the car's already good enough from my perspective to win all of these 3 races and therefore take the series to 100% and earn 32 gold. And yeah, this car will be back because it's got an exclusive series, so I will be looking to upgrade it, but I'm just going to hold off today. Right. Head to head first. Nürburgring. Ozil says casual racing like with friends and all. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was one of the things that everybody wanted in the game, just like just a standalone race where you could invite people in and pick the car or cars. But to be fair, I guess that would have been a big ask. But I know a lot of people wanted it in the game. There we go. There we go. Oh no! It's a disaster. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to do that one again. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've witnessed it. I've just lost a head-to-head. So I'm gonna have to remedy that straight away. Let's retry that. That was rubbish. Let's go again. There you go. This is a proper muscular car. There we go. That's better. First place. Boom. Okay, next up, elimination. Oh, it's at the Porsche track, but it's the dynamic circuit. Problem with the dynamic circuit? Single lane. I'm not a fan. And because it's single lane, it's actually quite hard to overtake on. There you go, I'm currently only in 4th. It is such a hard track to overtake on. Okay, managed to get to 2nd, that's alright, we'll take that. Okay, just one car to overtake. I said it would be hard on this track, and it's proving that way. Nevertheless, I think I might just sneak first place. There we go. Okay. So Ozil says, I played with friends, but it was too much, too restrictive. Like only one lap. Also, the cars are the game's choice, not like our choice. I would have given an edit option like choose the number of laps and the car. Ozil goes on to say, or whichever track you want to race on. So much fun. Yeah, and I think that was the idea. It's almost like if you play football games, just having a friendly. You can pick the stadium and pick the teams, that sort of thing. Pal Laps enters the chat, says hi back, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Joe Jacob says, I don't want to sound cocky. Never start a sentence like that. But I could do so much more even without support from EA. Just give me the same tools the devs had and someone to implement things for me and let me at it. That sounds a little bit reckless though. There's a possibility you might break more things than add features to it. But hey, I like the confidence. Monster Crow says, I finished dinner. Well done. Congratulations. That's an achievement. George Jacob says, but anyway, that's all what it's about. I can see you drive many cars I'll never do. And again, I'm doing this to showcase, to show people, because everyone will go, apart from Ozil, of course, sorry Ozil, but let's assume everybody's got their 1,000 gold and they're going, what am I going to spend the car on? I'm going through all the series, and I'm telling you, the best cars are early on in this game. It's part of the first few years of the game. They had some fantastic cars in this game. It's not to say that I don't like some of the later cars, but they're all hyper cars. You know, what can you say about all the new cars in the game? Well, they're either A, electric, or B, go above 200 miles per hour, and they do 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds. Now, I'm not saying that's boring. That would be slightly disrespectful. But what I'm saying is there is a general feature of the type of car. This car, for example, I say 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It can do it in 2.18 seconds, which is a bit of a surprise. But it's a bit of a grunt of a machine. It's not your typical real racing car as of the last few years. It's a great car to race. Right, so unfortunately though, I've got to do 2 laps around Le Mans. Let's give it a go. And Ozil says in regards to the single, he said, yeah, like FIFA. Exactly. Or something like to make a room. Exactly. Aaron YK says, yo back. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. The Monster Crow says, just saying for meaning I came back. I know, I'm just winding you up. You'll get used to my sense of humour, or maybe you won't. I don't know, one or the other. Aaron YK says, what do I spend our dollars on? Do you know what? I asked that question. Let me finish this race. In fact, you know what? Let me quit this race. There you go. That's why I asked this question, because I've got 761 million R dollars and I've got no idea what to spend it on. As I said, you'll get used to my sense of humour, or maybe you won't. And Monster Crow says basically normal cars. Yeah, the earlier the cars are in the series, the more likely it is you can purchase them for $R. That shit sailed a long time ago for me. Right, there we go, into third place. Looks like I've not quite got the top speed of the copies of human opponents ahead of me. But look at that, 3 abreast. I'm going to pull out, so I reckon I can overtake both of them, maybe not. There we go, boom. Oh. That was almost me crashing. That was a bit lucky. Look at that, we are in first place on lap 1. It does make Le Mans a little bit tedious and boring though, but I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. This is to complete this series to 100%. The good news is this fun car will be back, as it has its own exclusive series. Now we've been racing for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I might make this the last race of the day. I still have 3 cars that I want to race, but I can add them into the racing tomorrow. Now I'm hoping there'll be a special guest on my stream tomorrow. I'm still trying to negotiate expenses, so they may not be on, but I'm working on it. I'm working hard behind the scenes, so we'll see. I'm not going to say who it is. They have been on this stream before as a special guest and they ruined everything, but everybody seemed to enjoy them being on, so we'll bring them back. Ozil says, guess for what games or roller coaster? A guest to play this game. Yes. It's not guaranteed yet though. We're still trying to negotiate them being on. Apparently they're a bit busy at the moment. I don't know why. But we'll see. That's piqued your interest, hasn't it? You might be disappointed when you see tomorrow's stream though. Okay, we're almost there, I guess. You know what? This car is a pretty good car. Grip-wise, it is a little bit on the the light side. So it is known for skidding, not the best grip. But again, it's another fun car. Oh, I seem to have smashed it up though. Some things don't change, do they? Oh, here we go. Smashed it up again. I just fancy doing that. Nevertheless, we're in the lead. We're 400 yards ahead a second. I've got a smashed windscreen. Whoops-a-daisy. Again, that's another reason why I play in this, so you can't tell when I've smashed the car to bits. Okay. Well. There we go. Another race completed. Ozil says there is an unlimited endurance on this track for the MP4X exclusive. Yeah, good luck with that one though. You could then find yourself playing for days. Aaron C. John says hello. Hello, Aaron C. John. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. There we go. That's the end of the car for today. It will be back in a different series on another day. Aaron C. John says, did you find any games? Well, I've got a list. I've got a list of games. I haven't actually determined which ones to go for. But I've now got a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ozil's already assessed them all, and he says none of the games are as good as Real Racing 3. So already he's put a downer on it all, but I'm going to go ahead and assess them. I won't be doing it until the new year, that's for sure. And what I might do is when it comes towards the end of Real Racing 3, I might do a couple of streams where we have a look at the games that are available. And we can all have a compare and a contrast in regards to where they sit in relation to Real Racing 3. I thought that might be a bit of fun. George Jacobs says, some of these cars get an exclusive series as well, like the McLaren Artura. Future Forward is basically an Artura 1 make. Why does it need an exclusive series on top of that? That is a good point. This car is exactly the same, and there are quite a few cars like that. I know exactly what you mean. So let me just collect the reward for this series. So this series has just one car in it, but the car itself also has an exclusive series. There are quite a few throughout the game that are like that. And indeed, if we go recently to Season 5, we've got the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro, which also has an exclusive series. Now, do you think it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, actually, that everyone gets the free Audi S1 e-tron Quattro? I don't think anyone likes racing that car. Just saying. Just saying. Right, I think I'm going to probably end the race in there. Just give me a moment. I'll be back in 10 seconds. And I'm back. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the racing there. We've done 2.5 hours. We'll do probably 2.5 hours tomorrow as well. Been quite a good stream. So we've got the limited series up to 75%. So part 3, where we take it to 100%, will be tomorrow. The stream will most likely be a little bit earlier, just to let everybody know. I think. Don't hold me on that. What I'll try to do is put a placeholder on YouTube about what time the stream will be. But I think it will be a couple of hours earlier than normal. So we'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll do some more racing. Now look at that, we've got the Master at 100%. So we'll work our way through Elite. Will I do the Jaguar? Let's have a look. So the Jaguar CX-75 R3 Spec World Series. I might skip that for the moment. What am I going to have a go at? Oh, yes. I'm going to have a go at... I think it's towards the end. Or maybe not. Yeah, Super Speed Factor. Now, I think I'm probably going to complete this. I'm going to have to upgrade the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. But that needs quite a few upgrades. Whereas it looks like I can probably do a little bit of racing with the McLaren 720S Coupe. At least one of the races anyway. So I'll be doing that one. What else am I going to be doing? I think just before it, the Track Power Trio with the Ferrari. Currently sitting just over 70.3. So I'll be able to do that one. And then I need to get it up to 71. Now, not only does this car have the ability to complete this series, as you can see there, it's in an exclusive series as well. So there might be some upgrades going on. But if you saw there, that's 400 gold just about spent. Oh well, that's the game we've got at the moment. What we got in the chat? So Indrajit B asks, with 1,000 gold coins, which car should be better to buy? I need faster, good handling, and greater grip car. Blimey, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? Let's see if anyone's suggesting any games. Pal Lap says, what's your local time? Here, it's midday. My local time is currently, it's 7:30. So I guess you guys would be glad if I'm a little bit earlier tomorrow then. That's good. So Ozil says, Indrajit. All right. Okay, forget that. I mean, if you've got 1,000 gold coins, one of the cars that are very good in terms of top speed and handling is the Rimac Nevera, but you should have been given that as a car. So my recommendation is give that a spin. Give that a spin, see how you get on with it, and potentially you've got a bit of gold to upgrade it if you wanted to. I actually think that's my favourite car in the game. There it is. Let's select it. There it is. Look at that, beautiful. But you'll see there's a couple of things here. One, I mean the speed is showing as, or the top speed is showing as not very good. But look at it, it's 285 miles per hour. The reason why it's not showing as not very good is because of its acceleration, 1.5 seconds. But to balance that out, you do actually have good brakes in this car. 77 feet to brake is pretty good. And to balance that out as well, the grip is pretty good. I think anything over or getting close to 2 and over 2 is pretty good. So give that car a spin. see how you get on with it, and feedback in tomorrow's stream. Right, there we go. That's the end of racing today. Unfortunately, I am still at 88%. Hopefully, I can get up to 89% tomorrow. Okay, game off screen. Oh, hello. There we go. Lost me for a second there. Mute its audio. Right, so hopefully you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then if you watch on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian. And if you watch on Rumble, then please follow the channel The Fifth Guardian. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. So until then, thank you and goodbye.